today's cup of coffee.
The good nut bar.
Kid decided to have a snack right as we were getting ready to record.
The better nut bar.
They're actually really tasty. That was a Sam's Club something, which is their answer to the Kind bars, which are like $3 or $4 a piece.
But these have like really good packaging.
Yeah.
And they look beautiful.
They're very much the same thing and cost a hell of a lot less.
And they taste good.
Yeah, it's just different kinds of nuts.
I like them.
And some dark chocolate, which binds it all together.
I don't like the dark chocolate I can do with milk, but, it tastes good.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. This story comes from Daily Mail and was by Dale Fox, October the 10th, 2022. And this is, I'm not sure if this is more self-disclosure or if, I don't even think it's self-disclosure anymore. I think it just full on. And he writes, scientists have debated whether or not the discovery of alien life could spark a devastating war on Earth, with nations battling for access to communicate with extraterrestrials. In a paper published in the journal Space Policy, submitted on September the 29th, the authors critiqued an earlier paper from 2020 which predicted international conflict and potentially disastrous consequences if contact with aliens were made. The debate centers around the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, commonly referred to as SETI, which involves broadcasting radio signals into space in the hope that intelligent life forms will respond.
SETI like spaghetti.
No, not quite. It says massive radio telescopes used for SETI projects can be found all over the world, including the Lovell Telescope in the UK, LOFAR in the Netherlands, and China's FAST. In the 2020 paper, The Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, a Realpolitik Consideration, it was argued that if a nation successfully opened a communications channel with extraterrestrial life, it may seek to withhold it from others, leading to the breakout of global war as nations fight over access to alien technology. The paper was authored by Ken Wiesen, a geophysicist and former U.S. Air Force Major General, and John Topigan, I think is how you pronounce it, a professor at the University of Texas at Austin in the United States. Wiesen and Topigan claimed in the paper that information from extraterrestrial sources would be so invaluable that the first nation to establish contact with aliens would attempt to monopolize the control of transmissions, leading to the possibility of an information arms race. This in turn could lead to war, as well as making the radio telescope facilities and the scientists within them direct military targets. A counter-argument presented in the 2022 paper, however, is that such a scenario would be highly unlikely, especially since it would take hundreds of years for messages to be sent back and forth through the endless vastness of space, rendering the value of theoretical communications much lower than Wiesen and Topigan suggest. Quote, the stars we're targeting are hundreds or thousands of light years away, and so even if it is a communicative signal, even if that signal is intended for us to decode, we can't respond, end quote. Jason Wright, a professor of astronomy and astrophysics in Penn State University and the paper's lead author, told the Planetary Society in a podcast, quote, we can send the signal back, but if the thing is 200 light years away, then we say, oh great, we got your message, tell us about X, Y, Z, and 400 years later we get the answer, end quote. Mm-hmm. Referring to the unlikely scenario upon the discovery of alien life, of an instant line of communication where humankind would receive all kinds of information that could immediately put to use, Wright wrote in the paper that there may be the possibility that politicians or other leaders will misperceive the potential for an information monopoly. He stated, quote, so this is not going to be the sustained contact where we ask questions, how do your laser beams work? How do we put them on our tanks? That's not going to happen, end quote. In the meantime, Wright suggests that transparency, data sharing, and education of policymakers is the best way forward, rather than SETI facilities having their security hardened, as Wiesen and Tofagen suggest in their paper. Large-scale SETI projects go as far back as the 1960s, when the U.S. began Project OZMA, OZMA,
Ozma?
which used a radio telescope
Ozma?
to search. Which used a radio telescope to search for extraterrestrial radio signals. In 1994, the SETI at Home project was launched,
SETI's
allowing volunteers to install software on their computers to analyze data from radio telescopes. So that the public could be part of that, or so they said. Now, within this, where it says that it could take hundreds of thousands of years or 400 years or whatever to ask questions, the fact that this is a story, that is interesting, because we've had quite a few of these UFO, stories lately. I mean, like a cluster of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you're paying attention, that new government agency, they had supposedly removed the UFO off of their seal, which they should have left it on there.
Yeah.
But could communicating with aliens, let's put it that way, some other kind of beings, cause conflict? Does that mean that's going to be another? It's going to be another excuse.
Yeah.
Because the things are not interplanetary, they're interdimensional. And they've been in contact with them for a very long time.
Years.
Oh, yeah.
Years.
Yeah, that's the reptilians. And there's been people saying that for a very long time. Thousands of years. It's just that people aren't paying attention.
Ew.
Well, like I said, snakes don't talk.
Reptilians do.
Well, and it's just like that wasn't the only...
Or what if they can't? Like, what if they have like a voice box or a type thing?
Yeah, but what they were talking about was a reptilian species. And there's people that even as far as seed of the serpent, that there are things that are, not totally human. Yeah.
Ew.
It's disturbing. It is highly disturbing. But they keep ramping this up. They're not letting it go out of the public's consciousness.
Because something's going to come up.
Project
like
Bluebeam. Mm-hmm.
We don't even know if it's that. It could be something else.
And it's like Ronald Reagan, and I'll probably use this quote at the end of the video here. He was talking about if there was like some kind of invading force from outer space, would that bring the people of the earth together to stop fighting amongst ourselves and focus on some outside threat?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's fucked up either way.
Well, like I said, this self-disclosure thing, you think about it, Roswell was in the 50s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was when it got...
amped up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck.
Do I think it could be a diversion technique? I do.
I mean, it could be.
Like I said, they're looking for something, and they have it ingrained in people's minds that the UFOs and stuff are from outer space. That's just like, our backdrop for today. That is the iconic UFO.
Yeah. It's a good UFO.
Not many people are talking about the interdimensional thing. Now, there's some of them, some as far as the quantum physicists. They'll talk about the multiverse and different things like that.
I don't listen to any of them. I clock out. I can't retain that.
Well,
goes in one ear and out the other completely.
It's just that there are beings that can travel between dimensions. That makes a whole lot more sense than beings travel from, light speed from some far-flung planet. Why would they want to?
For the shits and giggles?
But now...
For the fuck of it?
The interdimensional things, yeah, I can see that. I can see that a whole lot easier. Yeah. And there was something, I didn't cover the story because when you talk about the Dyson spheres, now that I get kind of lost on some of that. Have you heard of the Dyson spheres?
No.
It's
What are they?
basically where some kind of group of beings, that they have captured a sun, that they have developed this enclosure that is so massive that it contains a sun.
Huh.
Yeah. And that some of the scientists had, speculated that if we had contact with another, whatever,
Yeah.
aliens, that it would probably be from a Dyson sphere. Because those things could move.
Project Gemini or something Gemini, whatever the fuck.
I don't
that
know.
ARG, the one that I tried to get you to watch, and you do like, this is boring me, Clay.
I don't do well
I'm like,
watching
it's
somebody else play a
fascinating.
video game.
It's not a video game.
Well,
It's not a video game.
okay.
It's a last thing.
Okay. But that's for,
It's an ARG.
as far as they're speculating that it could be that. Which means that it basically could go through and sort of eat other planets or do whatever the hell it does.
Gemini Home Entertainment. That's
Oh,
what it
okay.
was.
But the interdimensional thing and CERN, see, all this other stuff is, I'm a firm believer that we do have Project Bluebeam coming up, and they have done all these rituals in front of CERN. People have not paid attention because it's like, oh, nothing to see here, just keep moving along.
Well, also they tried their best to hide that stuff if anyone posts footage or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as far as opening a portal, yeah.
There's a man who did that with sound frequency in his house.
He opened a portal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell. What came through?
Nothing came through. It was a portal to another part of Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
he knew
pretty
exactly where it was, but like, she was like,
Huh.
He was also the one that walked through his doorway, and it was literally glitching, like Berenstain.
Right.
Berenstain. So it was like
I can
going
see
into
that.
a whole nother world.
There's too many people as far as this Mandela effect, and as far as gaslighting everybody. Oh, you didn't see what you saw. You didn't know what you think.
No,
that you know.
Berenstain was Berenstain.
Mm-hmm.
It damn well. And that damn bear from Jungle Book by Disney, he had a fucking bikini,
He had
coconut bra, and hoop skirt. He did not have a coconut for a beak.
Right. Well, I will tell you this. I remember
And then
as far as when Mandela on the news when they said that he had died in prison. Because I was a kid, but I remember that. Because I had basically no understanding of who this person was, what significance he had, or whatever. But I do remember them announcing his death on the news.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I think it was that damn Wave X that came and just screwed everything up?
Fucked us up completely.
Yep. I think that's part of the reason that up is down and everything,
Well, damn, we need another wave. Because, we need shit
We're
to
getting
go...
ready to-
we
we're
need to
getting-
go back to normal.
Well, that is what is coming, is a wave. We're already in the wave. We're being flooded.
Well, no wonder I feel like hell.
Yeah.
We all feel like hell.
Yeah. And part of that comes with planetary alignments, and because the forces of darkness understand how this stuff works a whole lot more than the forces of light.
Mm-hmm.
Because the forces of light, as far as the people, they've been lied to. They have no clue, and a lot of it has rendered them powerless. Yeah.
Well,
Because they have little to no understanding of their capabilities. Yeah.
okay.
So I think that this is just another way to sit there and go, yep, it's coming. Great
It's on its
deception.
way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Wouldn't surprise me if it just any time. Absolutely, Lord help. So, bringing it to the public consciousness, put it in that subconscious, so that when it absolutely when it hits, and people are going, they will not. I mean, there will be mass panic. My God, there will be mass panic.
There always is.
There's been, and they've been prepping everybody for this mass panic. They're training them in mass panic. But also, when you can't keep up that level of fear forever without it just numbing you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that you build up resiliency. That's a myth. It breaks you down further when it's crisis to crisis to crisis. I know that from my own life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've been under attack for a long time. It's just that it's being ramped up. They're cranking it up to 11.
Damn.
So, yeah, pay attention. Keep your head on the swivel. Keep your powder dry. Keep looking at the skies. Yeah.
Stay indoors.
Well, not necessarily stay indoors, but just be aware of your surroundings at all times. Because if other people start to panic, you want to be aware to where you don't get caught up and trampled in the panic. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust your gut. If you've had experiences with paranormal, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts about the
alien invasion,
constant push to keep, aliens in the forefront.
Alien invasions.
Yeah.
Have you seen an alien?
Send us your email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. The link will be, or the email address will be in the description box, as well as the link to the article.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe. And click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. About ran out of breath.
It's okay. It's allergy season. God, it's still
I got a cough
season.
so bad. I got a cough so bad.
Share the videos with somebody that, is interested in this stuff, somebody that needs a laugh.
Yeah.
This one wasn't laughing as much. Most of the other ones we find quite a bit of humor in.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that needs...
Shooketh.
Yeah, somebody that needs traveling, interesting things as they're going to and from work. Mm. But know that you're loved and know that you're appreciated.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to like, share, comment. Most of all, subscribe. And click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. I didn't complete it the first time, so I had to redo the damn thing.
Go right
Let
on,
me
baby.
redo it.
Go right on.
Oh,
Nobody's
blooper.
stopping you.
Blooper.
Nobody's stopping you.
Live action blooper.
It's just everybody makes mistakes. It's okay.
I know.
To make
I'm making a joke.
Okay.
Trying to.
I never know. It's that binary code from time to time.
I'll give you binary code.
Know that you're loved and that we are appreciative of anybody who takes time to listen to us.
Yes.
And we will see you on the next cut.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.